영어쉐도잉. Reddit soars in Wall Street Stock Exchange debut. Reddit sells itself as the front pages of the internet, and now anyone can earn a stickiness in it after social media company made its debut on the New York Stock Exchange. Shares surged by more than 15% on the first day of trading, with investors pushing Reddit's value well above $9 billion. It's a major milestone for Reddit, which has been around for almost 20 years, growing to become one of the world's most popular websites. On social media, you follow people. On Reddit, you join communities and follow your own interests. We're a community of communities. Reddit says it has 73 million active unique visitors a day. They can engage in more than 100,000 forum or subreddit. Users question, votes, and comments on topics that interest them. Its logo features an alien called Snu. In an unusual move, Reddit offered shares from its initial public listing to platform users and content moderators. The best investors of Reddit are people who use Reddit. And so I want our investors to be users, and I'd love our users to be investors. I think, look, we're all build this together. We're building the platform, and now we get to build the company too. I think that it's just such a privilege. Steve Huffman co-founded Reddit back in 2005 after selling up a year later. He returned as CEO in 2015. The site is free for users and has never made a profit. It relies on advertising for the vast majority of its revenue. But the biggest growth potential and the attraction for investors is in artificial intelligence, which can use Reddit as a language learning module. We've got almost 2 decades of human conversation about anything and everything. And so in an AI world, where everything is increasingly written by AIs, the human generated content actually become more valuable over time. And so we're starting to see that the best response to artificial intelligence is actually intelligence. Look at Reddit as a community platform that has many paths to success. So that adds the user economy data. There's, I think, so many things we can't do. So we are pursuing all. Reddit recently struck a data licensing deal with Google worth an estimated 60 billion US dollar a year. It allows the tech giant to train its system using Reddit posts. One of the big problems with current AI language model is they don't sound very human. So giving Google AI access to all of Reddit's posts will help it deepen its understanding of the world and how to use language that sounds more human. And it's a huge amount of information. Reddit will face challenges ahead of US Federal Trade Commission is looking into the company's AI data licensing, but ultimately Reddit's path to turn popularity into profit with long with users who in the past haven't reacted too kindly to changes on the platform. What more? Reddit sells itself as the front pages of internet, and now anyone can earn a stake in this after social media company made its debut on New York Stock Exchange. Shares surged by more than 15% of the first day of trading, with investors pushing Reddit's value well above $9 billion US dollar. It's a major milestone for Reddit, which has been around for almost 20 years, growing to become one of the world's most popular websites. On social media, you follow people. On Reddit, you join communities and follow your own interests. We are a community of communities. Reddit says it has 73 million active unique visitors a day. They can engage in more than 100,000 forums or subreddits. Users question, vote, and comment on topics that interest them. It later features an alien called Snoo. In an unusual move, Reddit offers shares from its initial public listing to platform users and context moderators. The best investors of Reddit are people who use Reddit. And so I want our investors to be users, and I love our users to be investors. I think, look, we are all building this together. We're building the platform, and now we get to build the company too. I think that is just such a privilege. Steve Huffman co-founding Reddit back in 2005 after selling up a year later. He returns as CEO in 2015. The site is free for users and never made a profit. It relies on advertising for a vast majority of its revenue. But the biggest growth potential and the attraction for investors is in artificial intelligence, which can use Reddit as a language learning module. We've come almost 2 decades of human conversation about anything and everything, and so in an AI world where everything is increasingly written by AIs and the human generated context actually become more valuable over time. So we're starting to see that the best response to artificial intelligence is actual intelligence. Look at Reddit as a community platform that has many paths to success. So the ads and user economy data, there's I think so many things we can do, so we're pursuing all. Reddit recently struck a data licensing deal with Google worth an estimated 60 billion US dollar a year. It allows the tech giant to train its system using Reddit posts. One of the big problems with training a language model is they don't sound very human. So giving Google AI access to all of Reddit's posts will help it depends understanding of the word and how the language that sounds more human. And it's the huge amount of information. Reddit will face challenges ahead. The US Federal Trade Commission is looking into the company's AI data licensing, but ultimately Reddit's path to turn popularity into profit will lie with users who in the past haven't reacted too kindly to change on the platform.